Hey, beautiful souls. Today we're diving into something that many of us need to hear, but don't always want to admit. We take life way too seriously. We hold on so tight to how things should be, to our thoughts, to what we think defines us. But what if I told you that in doing so, we're creating unnecessary suffering? What if instead we could just let go? Let's get real. In this world, we're told to strive, hustle, make something of ourselves, and be successful. But have you noticed something? The more you get attached to these ideas, the more you suffer. You become chained to what you think should happen, and when it doesn't go according to plan, chaos. What happens when you're overly attached to your job? The moment there's a mistake, it feels like your whole world is crashing down. What about relationships? When we cling too tightly, even love can become suffocating. And when things end, we feel lost. But does it really have to be this way? Let me introduce you to the art of just being. It's a simple phrase, but trust me, it's life-changing. It's about stepping out of that constant need to control everything and allowing life to unfold without resistance. It doesn't mean you give up or stop caring. It just means you stop clinging to outcomes. Think of life as a river. You can either swim against the current, struggling and gasping for air, or you can flow with it. Flowing doesn't mean you're passive. It means you're smart. You understand that the river has its course, and the more you flow, the more you align with the natural rhythm of life. You become unstoppable in a peaceful way. Here's something we don't often think about. We live in a world of duality. Right and wrong, good and bad, success and failure, love and loss. And we get so wrapped up in these opposites. But here's the secret. Both sides are just different parts of the same whole. You can't have day without night, joy without sorrow, or growth without challenges. Life will always be this dance between opposites. Trying to resist one half of this dance, trying to avoid the bad and cling only to the good, will leave you exhausted. The moment you accept that both sides exist and they're both okay, you're free. This is the key to ease and flow in life. You might be wondering, but how do I stop overthinking and getting caught up in it all? Great question. It's easy to get lost in the mind, in thoughts that race from one worry to another. The mind loves to create problems that don't even exist yet. But here's the thing, you are not your thoughts. You are the one observing your thoughts. Take a deep breath and try this. Imagine watching clouds in the sky. Those clouds are your thoughts. They come and go. You don't need to chase them or fight them. Just let them pass. The moment you become aware that your thoughts aren't you, you gain freedom. It's in this space of awareness where peace lives. Now let's talk about non-resistance. When we resist life, when we resist what is happening, we create friction, tension, and pain. This doesn't mean you can't have boundaries or take action. It means that when things don't go the way you want, you don't waste energy fighting reality. Imagine this. You're trying to push a door open, but it's locked. You could keep pushing, getting more frustrated, or you could pause, step back, and realize the key was in your pocket all along. Non-resistance is like that pause. It gives you clarity. It helps you find solutions from a place of calm rather than frustration. Life is full of surprises, and not all of them are what we want. But when you accept what is without resistance, you stop wasting energy on battles you don't need to fight. And when you do that, you become more in tune with your true self, your true purpose. Okay, now you might be thinking, this sounds amazing, but how do I actually practice this in my life? Here are a few practical steps. Awareness is key. Start noticing when you're getting attached to an outcome. Whether it's in a conversation, a project, or your emotions, awareness is the first step. Once you catch yourself, pause and ask, am I resisting this? Am I trying to control this too much? Breathe through it. Whenever life feels too heavy, take a moment to breathe. Literally, focus on your breath and allow it to anchor you in the present. This shifts your attention away from the overthinking mind and into the peaceful now. Practice non-judgment. When things happen, resist the urge to label them as good or bad. They're just experiences. Try to see everything as neutral. Instead of thinking, this is awful, try asking, what can I learn from this? Let go of perfection. Life is messy, and that's okay. Stop demanding perfection from yourself and others. The beauty of life is in the imperfections and the unpredictability. Let's go a little deeper into the idea of non-duality. This is where the real magic happens. Non-duality is the understanding that while life seems divided into opposites, everything comes from the same source. There's no ultimate separation. Think about it. In the grand scheme of things, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, it's all part of one big cosmic dance. Once you see this, you stop being so attached to any one moment. You don't lose yourself in the highs or get crushed by the lows. You start to live in a state of flow, in harmony with the universe. You stop identifying with just doing and shift into being. So, what if life didn't have to be such a serious mission? What if instead of fighting, we embraced everything as it comes? The highs, the lows, they're all just part of the beautiful, messy, divine experience of being human. Remember, it's not about giving up or being lazy. It's about learning to flow, to trust life, and to let go of the need to control every little detail. Because here's the truth. The moment you stop taking life so seriously is the moment you actually start living. So relax, flow, and just be. The universe has your back.